Hello everyone.
Hello guys, welcome to Pitching in Line. This is 2020 and I have seen two new things. Kane Williamson getting absolutely furious on the field and MS Dhoni being completely exhausted. These are the things which I haven't thought I will see it ever. But this is 2020 and anything can happen. So we are going to talk about Sunrisers versus Chennai Super Kings post analysis. Both of the teams were at the bottom of the table and they were coming into this game with few issues. But at the end of the day, Sunrisers won the match. We'll do a detailed analysis. So first, we'll go with SRH. They won the toss and they choose to bat first, which is a trend right now. Team batting first are winning the matches. And I think the CSK started really well. Deepak Chahar gave them a very good start. He bowled a peach of a delivery to Johnny Bairstow. And then Manish Pandey looked in a very good touch, to be very honest. He couldn't really capitalize it. If he would have stayed for a much longer time, it would have been nice. Warner, I felt he was rusty throughout. He was very, very rusty throughout. And then Williamson's bizarre run out. That was, after that run out, you could see how furious Kane Williamson was. Yeah, there wasn't a run over there, but I felt, from Priyam Garg's side, if he didn't want to go for a run, he could have shouted no. I think what happened over there was no calling. Because of that, the run out has happened. But at 69 for 4, honestly, I thought, SRH might end up at 130 to 140. But the youngsters, Priyam Garg and Abhishek Sharma, they kept on a very good partnership. 7 overs, 77. I think that really lifted SRH. What did you think about their innings?
That was a counter attack. He grabbed the opportunity. There were talks before the match that there might be chances if Vijay Shankar is fit, Priyam Garg might be dropped. But he was lucky enough, and he got again. He got a life again, and I think he made it to full use, especially after running Williamson out. He had to. He owed it for the team, and I thought he did it. He couldn't have done it better. I mean, the way he was, clearing the boundaries, I was like, you know, was incredible. We are seeing yet another youngsters, you know, Abhishek Sharma and Priyam Garg. We already have seen plenty of youngsters in Devdutt, Padikkal, Samson, etc. So one more youngster and couple of more youngsters. In fact, it's really fills my heart.
Yeah, and yeah, SRH ended up with 164, which I felt was a competitive total on that pitch. But again, SRH is having huge issues with their batting. Today top order completely failed. By 16, by 10 over mark, your cream of the batting order was in the hut. So I think that's something they have to look into it. But seeing these two youngsters playing well, I think that will give a lot of confidence to Warner and Bairstow at the top of the order to be explosive. So then we'll come to the second innings. CSK, what did you think about CSK's chase? Was their approach right to chase
Uh,
160?
Even though the partnership built between Priyam Garg and Abhishek Sharma, I thought 164 was not a total which couldn't be chased. It's not 180 plus or 190 plus where you have to you will say that no, I have to hit from the ball one. No, if you play sensibly, if you rotate your strikes, if your one of the batsmen holds one end and bats through the innings, it's if you bat 20 overs, that's enough. I feel that's enough. We just saw that a couple of days back with Mumbai Indians almost chased it off, even though they lost the early wickets. They almost chased it off. But the problem with
And
CS,
one more thing,
yeah,
sorry for interrupting.
yeah,
Actually, CSK, they made new changes to this team, and this team had a very longer batting order.
true,
Even after Dhoni and Jadeja, you
mm,
still had Sam Curran in the hut,
mm,
Dwayne Bravo,
mm,
Deepak Chahar can donk you a few sixes,
mm,
Chawla can play a
yeah,
few shots, and there's
correct,
also Shardul Thakur.
correct, correct,
So if you see it batting wise, right, they they were more than capable of. They
Yeah.
had all the,
Resources.
what do you say? Yeah, all the resources.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make that point.
Yeah. So see again, as predicted, Shane Watson failed again. Yeah, he got a good delivery from Bhuvneshwar Kumar. It's unplayable. No offense, but it's not working, man. I thought it's really not working. They are persisting with Shane Watson too much. See, because he is past his prime. It's way past his prime. I agree. He was a good player. He was a deadly opener. But now, see, he is not playing any competitive cricket, right? And he hardly plays, a couple of year, maximum 3 leagues around the world. Even if you see last year, I mean last not no, last year, the year, early before pandemic in PSL also, Watson didn't have anything to show with the bat, and they are still persisting with him. And again, they replaced Murli Vijay, but again, no. One main complaint was, they are not sticking with the youngsters. In Rutraj Gaikwad, after giving 2 matches, he failed. I agree, he failed. But I think youngsters like him, need more chances, and especially the batsman like Rutraj Gaikwad, who bats at the top of the order for his domestic side. Right? If you see his performance in Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, he just bats above the, he opens. He literally is he's an opener, and you are not playing, and you have given
Yes,
him 2 chances, and you have wasted him, and after 2 performances, you are dropping him, and you are still persisting with somebody like Watson and Jadhav, who are not even. My main point was Kedar Jadhav. Okay, that guy, he's coming at number 4. He's coming at number 4, so you have got a responsibility to bat through, and you have to, have that sense that, I must hold an end because we already lost the wickets. Our top order is not stable. It's up to me. The management and the captain have believed in me, so I must go and bat. And what we see is he uses 10 balls and, gets dismissed for 3 runs. Did you see any kind of logic, of not sending somebody like Sam Curran before Kedar Jadhav? I don't know what is the reason why they are still persisting with Kedar Jadhav instead of repeated failures. He's not contributed anything, to be honest with you.
yes. I think what you pointed is a very, very on the spot point, because yeah, Jadhav is struggling, Watson is struggling, and we are seeing in this IPL that many Indian youngsters are coming and doing well.
Hmm. Hmm.
If you see SRH yesterday, Priyam Garg, Abhishek Sharma, Abdul Samad performed well.
Hmm.
For Mumbai, you have Rahul Chahar.
Hmm.
For Rajasthan, you have Yashasvi Jaiswal, Sanju Samson. For
Hmm.
Kings 11, you have Bishnoi doing well.
Hmm.
For Delhi, you have all these Prithvi Shaw, Rishabh Pant, all
Hmm.
these people. KKR, you have 2 fast bowlers,
Yeah.
Mavi, Nagarkoti,
Yeah.
Shubman Gill. But when
Yeah.
you come to CSK, who is your Indian youngster who is coming up the ranks?
There is no
That is
one.
a very, very big question.
Hmm.
I think since now since Jadhav, Watson, these people are failing, I think now they can go and give Ruturaj Gaikwad or Jagdishan,
Hmm.
for
Hmm.
a matter of fact, a chance,
Hmm. Hmm.
and give them 3-4 matches run, because Jadhav looks absolutely clueless,
Yes.
and Watson too looks very off color, and he doesn't bowl now,
No.
and he's a
Correct.
liability in the fielding department.
Correct.
But the major problem, more than the form, what I see with CSK is the mentality.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
There was 160 on the board. It's not 200 or something.
Hmm.
And the way they batted, if they in that 20 overs chase, they never looked like they were on top.
Yep. Hmm. Hmm.
I agree. Taking no credit away from SRH, they bowled
Hmm.
absolutely well.
Correct.
But there was no intent from Dhoni or Jadeja.
Hmm.
Like I said it before, you still had Sam Curran, Dwayne Bravo, Deepak
Deepak
Chahar,
Chahar.
Shardul Thakur, Piyush
Yeah.
Chawla, and I didn't get the logic. Yeah, I didn't get the logic why they were playing so slowly. They could
Hmm.
have taken few risks,
Hmm.
and they actually had quite a luck too. At the end of the innings,
Hmm.
you had their main bowler Bhuvneshwar Kumar getting injured in the 19th over.
Correct.
There was 1-4 let off,
Hmm.
and you got a 5 wides to
Hmm.
win
Hmm. Hmm.
in the first ball of the final over.
Correct.
And somehow, I felt what CSK is lacking is the intent. What do you
Hmm.
think about that?
Definitely they are lacking intent, and they are also not proactive, I feel. See, I'm not saying that, even see, despite dropping those youngsters, they still have batting resources. They have Sam Curran, as you said, Deepak Chahar is there. Now, I was like thinking, why not send somebody like Sam Curran as a pinch hitter? Think he's not gonna do any harm, right? He is not gonna waste your balls, right? And when you saw he came in, the moment he came in, he whacked Natarajan for a six. The first ball he faced, he whacked Natarajan for a six. That's his intent. That's his, the way of playing, right? And you need someone like that to bat at the top of the order to give that middle order a cushion, so that they don't feel, too much pressure. Because Dhoni, is not the old one. You have to accept that fact. Right? He is not playing any competitive cricket. Past 1 year, he has not touched that, bat. Even though he had practice, indoor practice and all, but he hasn't had any kind of competitive cricket. So for a person like that, you need some support at the top of the order. Every time he can't come and and save your chase. This is not going to work out. Simply.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's something CSK management has to go to the drawing board and actually go through the strategy. Because if you see it at then, it looks only like they lost by 7 runs,
Mm-hmm.
but they were completely dominated by SRH. I think even Dhoni right now has to take a call the way he approaches the batting.
Mm-hmm.
He has to, be a little bit more proactive, go
Mm-hmm.
after the bowlers.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm? Or and I actually honestly felt in these 4 matches, this was the team which had the most balanced
Mm.
CSK 11.
Correct.
They had very long batting order. You had many bowlers to bowl. But yeah, I think it's all in the mental status of the players, and this loss would actually affect them because out of 4 matches, they won only 1 match, and the way they're losing it
Mm-hmm.
because this match and even the previous match, they never looked like they were going to win this thing. At the end, they looked like they were going to threatening it, and that too because of Dhoni's aura,
Mm-hmm.
because of his image. We felt like he might do something miracle or something like that, but which didn't really happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you said, they might have to go and make some tough calls, bring in a couple of youngsters, encourage them, be with them. That might be the case. And as far as SRH is concerned, yeah, I think they'll be happy with the win, especially because their top order failed. And until now, where you thought the middle order was their weakest point, they came in and they actually took the team to the victory. So I think it's very high time that SRL top order delivers. Warner is getting starts, but he seems to be in very, very patchy form.
Yeah.
He's not the Warner what we know of hitting sixes or fours, taking attack to the opposition. Their power play scores are also not so impressive. So there's and this both the teams had a lot of issues. That's why they were at the bottom of the table. But I think SRH would be happy with this win, and they're gonna go next to Sharjah. Probably that's where I guess top order can take advantage. So do you want to end up on any word with CSK about CSK?
CSK, see, it's clear. It's really clear. They have to change a lot of things. Right from the approach towards the young players. See, I'm not against the respecting senior players. They have done so well for you, and you have to repay them. But man, you have to see the real side of the things, right? Your team has to win. If you are a professional side, you have to win. You play to win. You don't play to please the people, right? So I think they must take a call on Shane Watson and Kedar Jadhav as soon as possible. If at all they don't want to take, at least they must shuffle the batting order. Otherwise, this batting order and this approach, I'm afraid that they won't even qualify for the playoffs if it continues like this.
Okay. So that's it, guys. For a month, we're gonna meet you guys after the next match. Tata, bye bye, see you.